Thursday Threatpoint. You thought there was a contract, and she thought you were an idiot. I still remember the exact moment I realized I was playing by rules that didn't exist. It wasn't some courtroom crash out or a screaming match with my ex. It was something smaller scale. I was sitting in my car outside her house, hands on the steering wheel, staring at the door, waiting to pick up my son for the weekend. I was, of course, early. I was always early back then, always eager to prove that I was the reliable one, the good dad, or the human embodiment of a participation trophy. The man who followed the rules like the kid in the front row of class, reminding the teacher that they forgot to collect the homework. She wasn't late. She wasn't stalling. She wasn't misunderstanding the schedule. She knew exactly what she was doing. She knew I'd sit there and wait, that maybe I'd text politely, call once, then maybe wait some more. She knew I'd eat that shit up. And why wouldn't she? I trained her to expect it. I wasn't there to pick up my kid. I was there to pay the price for the covert contract I'd signed with myself. Every man makes this deal, whether he admits it or not. The covert contract is the first draft of every custody battle. You know the terms. You just don't realize the terms were poisonous. If I act right, she'll act right. If I don't cause drama, she'll calm down. If I take the high road, she'll meet me halfway. It feels rational. It feels masculine. It feels like something you can control. But what you need to remember is that that's the bait. And it works every time, because it's not her trap, it's yours. You wrote it. You signed it. You're the one paying it off month after month, court date after court date, text after text. She's not playing your game. She's not playing any game. She's just doing what works, and what works is bleeding you out slowly while you keep smiling like a dumbass through it. The red pill calls this the covert contract. Dr. Robert Glover calls it an agreement that you make with yourself about how other people will behave, and then you get upset when they don't follow it, even though they don't know anything about it. Rollo Tomasi later ran with it, applying it to everything from dating to long-term relationships, and it applies here too. He wasn't just talking about dating, he was talking about this. The court, the ex, the fantasy that if you just behave, the world will reward you. He lays it out plainly that covert contracts are inherently dishonest. You're lying to yourself about the deal, and you're lying to them by pretending it ever existed. But it goes deeper than that. Most men think their good behavior is a tactic. That's the worst part. They think being calm and reasonable and taking the high road is some elite 4D chess move. They think it's frame. Well, bucko, I'm here to tell you that it's not. It's cowardice disguised as virtue. Ryan Stone says that frame isn't how you feel about yourself. Frame is about how other people behave around you. That one stung for the first time I heard it. I was sitting there, thinking I had frame because I wasn't yelling, because I was quote unquote staying calm while she pushed every goddamn button I had. But in reality, she was doing whatever she wanted, and I kept counteracting by adjusting to her. That's not frame, that's surrender. You don't win by looking like a better parent, you win by making sure you can't be moved on paper, in court, in reality. Everything else should be background noise. Anything outside your frame is either funny, entertaining, or irrelevant. You either laugh at it or you ignore it. The second you stop doing that, you're already off balance. Hell, I fell for it too, though. And I've been stuck in it longer than most. I had a therapist way back who kept telling me to focus on co-parenting goals and model good behavior. That worked great. My good behavior got me stripped of holidays, drained in court, and forced to pay for every little thing while she kept pushing for more. Meanwhile, I kept telling myself I was playing smart, taking the 30,000 foot long form view. In reality, I was just scared to confront the truth. I wasn't playing smart, I was coping. And coping is a fucking addictive drug. The day I finally burned that contract wasn't some big dramatic moment. No judge banged a gavel, no righteous, you can't handle the truth speech in court. It was me, in my kitchen, staring at my phone after another one of her cute little power plays over pickup times. Not her, not the judge, just me, the village idiot who thought there were rules. I was the one sitting there still expecting her to play fair. I was the one still believing in some imaginary honor code that didn't exist. I was the one still clinging to the Disney fairy tale that fairness mattered in this war. And just like that, it was done. No more high road or being reasonable. No more trying to earn favors through sacrifice. From then on, I stopped chasing deals, stopped looking for moral victories, stopped trying to be seen as anything. I tightened up my financial budget and paperwork, logged everything. I went silent outside official channels. No emotional texts, no friendly favors, no soft agreements. Everything went into writing, backed by receipts, ready to hit the judge's desk if needed. My entire strategy shifted from play nice, hope she calms down, to be deliberate, detached, impossible to move. I wasn't playing fair anymore. I was playing for keeps. The second you burn that covert contract, you stop being scared. You stop fearing her games, stop dreading her court dates, stop losing sleep over what she'll pull next. Because you already know. You know she'll push, you know she'll lie, you know the court will be slow, biased, maybe even unfair, but none of that matters because you're not there to hope, you're there to execute, you're there to win. Men don't lose custody battles because they're bad fathers. They lose because they think the game is about fairness. They think they can negotiate with solipsism and emotional leverage. They think that the system will eventually reward their suffering. It won't. It only rewards power. And power is built on documentation, strategy, and frame. The covert contract isn't just a bad tactic, it's a death sentence. And the longer you keep it, the worse your losses get. You thought there was a contract. She thought you were an idiot. So stop proving her right. First step, brutal honesty, and not just concepts of a system, but a real, bona fide system. And that's what the budget reset tracker tool I built is for. And a stripped down version is available in the full essay on my Substack. If not, ignore it for now. There's a lot more coming your way soon.